that I have a problem with. You need to focus, okay, on getting a deal done, getting a collective bargaining agreement reached, so you can get back on the court and make up to millions upon millions of fans who watched you wet the bed in the fourth quarter. That's what you need to be doing. I have no problem with that either. I got no problem with none of that. But LeBron James, it is time. And the reason that I say it's time is because he's the one with the tattoo, the chosen one. He's the one with the King James, his game. But his game has come up short time and time again.
It started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, well, viral. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like, he's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair and his tighty whities on the couch.
Because LeBron wanted to give smoke. He didn't want to take any. What am I talking about? I have even more nuggets of info to give y'all on that point. Brother don't like smoke. He just likes to give it. Typical bully mentality. It ain't working with me.
What's good, YouTube? So we back, man, with another video. But today, man, we got to get into Stephen A versus LeBron James. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. These boys been beefing for a minute. Even before the whole Bronny situation, they been beefing way before that. You know what I'm saying? I can argue they've been beefing going all the way back to 2011 after those finals, because the way Stephen A came down on LeBron, saying he came up smaller than Mini-Me, he choked, he let J.J. Barea, Jason Terry, and them guard him in the post. They went in on him. Him and Skip went in on Bron, man. And I could take it, Bron probably didn't like that. But the main thing is, it's one thing you don't do where I feel Stephen A really crossed the line. You don't question how another man raised his kids. You don't tell another man, I'm pleading with you as a father to stop this. Like, you don't do that, bro. You don't go that far. You want to critique the basketball play? That's cool. That's fair game. But don't critique me as a father. All lines get crossed then. All bets are off then. Now I'm finna step to you and let you know how I feel. Because you know Bron been letting all type of, he let everything just go over his head. You feel me? He don't respond to shit really. But this right here, oh, you go to talking about me as a father? Oh nah, bro. I ain't finna take that. Nah, I got to step to you. I got to come see about, I got to come holler at you about that. Stephen A been made it a point that he don't like Bron, and Bron don't like him. Stephen A has said Bron fake. You know what I'm saying? He done backstab people. You know what I'm saying? He don't like how Bron be moving behind the scenes with certain people that he might know. You know what I'm saying?
You can't defend the stuff that he's done. You have no idea, but he knows I know. We want to go there, let's go there. Slithering and just through stuff and always with the two-faced nonsense. Ooh, y'all don't know the half.
And I can attest to that because I don't like how Bron was moving during that whole Drake and Kendrick beef. You feel me? If y'all walked out with Drake to one of his concerts, he walked your son out, bro, and then you go to the pop-out concert in L.A.? Come on, bro. What we doing? What is we doing, Bron? You got to pick a side when it come to that. He don't like how Bron moved behind the scenes. He feel like Bron really a slimy dude. When a dude key and everybody face want to be friends with everybody, this and that, like, they tend to be like that. They tend to move like that. They tend to jump from clique to clique. They tend to, you know what I'm saying, want to be buddy-buddy with these people over here. Then go over here and be buddy-buddy with these people over here. They just want to be in everybody's face. They want to be liked by everybody. And I do kind of get that vibe from Bron. But one thing, though, you can't do, though, bro, you can't question nobody as a father. You can't question Bron as a father, an active father that's been in his kids' lives. You want to critique the player, Bronny, that's cool. But don't critique him as a father, man. To me, that's wrong, and it's not right. You be surprised, bro. A lot of players don't rock with Stephen A. Because for one, Stephen A. gonna tell you how it is, and he not gonna sugarcoat nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go on TV, and if you play like shit, he gonna let it be known you played like shit. You know what I'm saying? One thing you gotta respect about Stephen A. though, he not gonna sugarcoat nothing for nobody. He not gonna do that. You got how Stephen A. always harping on the stimulus package that the NBA supposedly gave LeBron when they suspended Draymond for Game 5 of the NBA Finals back in 2016 when the Cavaliers came back from 3-1. But Stephen A., I think you seem to forget, Draymond was back for Game 6 and then he was back for Game 7. 2 chances the Warriors still had to pull it out and they didn't do it. So I'm not going to call that a stimulus package that LeBron had because they still had 2 more chances to win the game and they didn't do it. Steph came up small in Game 6 and Game 7. Clay ain't do shit in Game 7. You feel me? Like they had chances and they didn't take advantage of them. So it is what it is. I don't ever see them getting cool with each other. Just for the simple fact that Stephen A. is on one end and LeBron's on the other end, and Stephen A. ain't gonna come off the ledge of where he at. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A. gonna stand in what he said, and he gonna live and die by that. You feel me? Same thing with LeBron. You know what I mean? I feel like at one point it was a mutual respect there, but I honestly don't feel like LeBron respects Stephen A. at all. I feel like he feel like Stephen A. just be searching for clicks. He do shit for headlines. And to a degree, Stephen A. is very, you know what I'm saying, animated. But, I mean, that's part of the TV. That's a part of being on TV. But what I think it is, man, is I feel like a lot of players think Stephen A. take it too far sometimes. And I feel like players also feel like that Stephen A. don't always give grace when grace is due. You know what I'm saying? Like especially with players that he might have a personal issue with. We witnessed this a couple years ago with Kyrie. Stephen A. went in on Kyrie, bro. Show after show after show after show. He would not let up off Kyrie.
So here we are once again, Kyrie doing things his way at the expense of other people. This man finds multiple excuses not to fulfill his responsibility. I think he's immature. I think that he's occasionally selfish. And I think at this particular moment in time, he comes off as a damn snob. He thinks people are beneath him and he's above it. He looks at the media as being inauthentic. I think Kyrie Irving should retire. I think he should announce his retirement today. Clearly, you don't want to play basketball bad enough.
It's personal.
It seems personal.
I don't want it to be personal.
What seems personal?
So.
It seems personal for you.
For me with Kyrie?
Yes.
You
1,000,000%.
You of all people with all the interest you have got the nerve to sit here on national television and tell me I'm getting personal with a player? I don't lose no sleep.
And it finally came out that because he had a personal beef with Kyrie and his dad. But he kept going in on every chance Kyrie got. Every chance he got, bro, to lay in on Kyrie, he did it. He kicked Kyrie while he was down. He steady clamped on Kyrie. You can't be dependent on. You can't trust him. He don't show up to work. He don't care about his teammates. He only care about himself. Like it was bad, bro. It was bad. So bad to the point that Jay Williams had to call him out. Like, dang, bro, it seemed personal with you, bro. When it come to you and Kyrie, what's up? And that's the truth, bro. That's the truth of the matter. It was something personal there, and you can tell. And that's why a lot of players, like I said, they don't really have that true respect for Stephen A. and what he do, because sometimes it comes from just critiquing the game. You're not critiquing my game. What you're doing is now you're going at me personally because you feel like because you have an issue. You have an issue with me. How certain journalists might start narratives about them, narratives that's not true. Just about narratives that are like look like what Stephen A. said, how he said LeBron wasn't at Kobe's funeral. The chick Diana Taurasi had went on stage and was giving the speech at Kobe's funeral and called LeBron's name at the funeral. LeBron just didn't want to be on camera. See, it's certain things like that, bro, where you gotta have your facts if you're gonna speak like that. If you're gonna speak proudly about something, make a bold claim about something, you gotta make sure you have your facts right. And Stephen A. ain't have his facts right then. Or he could have had the facts and he just chose to go on TV and lie just to get back at Bron because Bron stepped to him at a game. Who knows? But then he double back and say, oh, nah, I knew he was there. It's just that this person was on camera, that person was on camera, and you ain't on camera. Why not? Like, come on, bro. And then you try to bring up the whole fact that LeBron wasn't at D-Wade Hall of Fame speech the same time Bronny had his heart issue. But then you try to say, okay, Bronny had his heart issue, but you out of the country on business, but that's none of my business. Well, why you even put that out there? It's certain things like that, bro, that these players not really respect journalists sometimes. Because sometimes they run with shit and they try to sway the opinions of the public to make them look a certain way. I'm just gonna say it, bro, like, it's a new wave of media coming in. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta rewrite the script. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go on camera and report something, make sure you got your facts right. Make sure you got them together. But like I say, it's a new wave. It's a new wave of media coming in, man. And we finna take this shit over and take it to new heights, man. And that's how I feel about it. But this your boy, man. It's Welcome Family Hustle. I'm out.